So I have 4 kids, 4 adult kids who I adore. And I did my best in my mind, raising them. And if it wasn't for my husband coming into our lives, I don't know, I'm not sure how they would have turned out. So very, very blessed with that. But when my kids turned out the way I hadn't planned, it's kind of interesting because I didn't really have plans for my kids. And a lot of that stems from, I came from a family of 4 kids and, a rough upbringing. I mean, I was 11 when my dad went to prison, and my sister's 10 years older than me. My brother's 8 years older than me. And then I have a younger sister, 4 years younger. So we grew up in a home of wealth, however, poverty when it came to life in general and emotional poverty. I mean, truly emotional poverty. Kids are cruel, people are mean. But one thing is my mom, who really was a saint, just always told us that we could be anything we wanted to be, no matter what. I never felt like you're a child of a prisoner. I never, ever thought that. And she always uplifted us and made us feel and know that we were more than anything. So when I had my kids, I just always wanted them to be happy. I mean, truly happy. Have they done things that I probably wouldn't have done? Yeah, sure. I mean, they haven't done things I did that I'm glad they never did too. So they have turned out just the way they're supposed to. Honestly, I don't have any regrets from that. I can tell you there are moments where my heart has ached for them because of decisions that they have made and paths that they have chosen. And I learned a long time ago that there's a certain point that all you can do is pray for them. And that's what I do. Yeah, so parenting with faith, I mean, I gotta be honest, I am a truly faithful person. I love the Lord. I wholeheartedly believe. I was raised Catholic. I never really had a relationship with God. It was always very rote, this is what you do next. And it was these are the things you have to do to get to heaven and things like that. So I didn't become, I would say, a true Christian until, I would say, probably 1998. I mean, truly. Anyways, my mom was dying. She had cancer, and we were just I had to find something bigger than me. And I had to know that I would see her again, and I had to have the hope of heaven. So that led me into a true relationship with God, to where He is my Father, my friend, my provider, all of the above. Once that happened for me, it opened the floodgates to be a better parent, to be a better leader, to be a better friend, to be a better wife. However, yeah, there are things that my kids do and have done that probably, are outside of what faith-based people think is acceptable. In my mind, God is love. I want my kids to love who they want to love. I want them to experience the love and at the magnitude that anybody has the right to do. I'm never judged, because as soon as I sit back and I hear of a story of someone going through something with their child, I ask myself, what do I have to contribute to this story? Because until you've walked in the shoes of that parent, you got nothing. And when I had my children, 2 of my children come out as gay, I thought that my life as I knew it was over. I thought, this is it. This is where I get snatched out of God's hand and my family gets destroyed. And in typical fashion, my kids surprised the heck out of me. My husband rose to the occasion. And we all, as a family, rallied around our loved ones to make sure that they had the right and the opportunity to love who they want to love. And I can honestly say those 2 kids are so happy. And I meet people day after day after day that parents forbid them from being a part of their lives, disowned them, kids that have wanted to commit suicide. It makes me sick, because I can't imagine abandoning your child for any reason whatsoever, let alone for them choosing who they want to love, when I believe God is love. some people may look at me and say, oh, blasphemy, whatever. I really don't care, because what I believe God is and who I believe He is to me and to my children is love. And that's all I want them to feel and know is love. 100%. I always pray, and it is ritual every single night. And I say each one of their names. I pray Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against that child shall prosper. No weapon formed against my husband shall prosper. No weapon formed against each child, and then myself. It's a prayer that I was taught many, many years ago when I worked for someone that was very godly and spiritual, and I will never forget it. And it's so funny because my one son had a stomach ache, and he was little, and he was like, oh, Mom, I'm so sick, rub my belly. And as I was rubbing his stomach, I was saying Isaiah 54:17, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And he's like, say it again, Mom, please. Like it was just magically going to make him better. So, out of the mouths of babes, but that is something that I pray every single day over everything, really, but mostly my kids. Please let me. Oh, I used to pray for baseball and soccer and football. And then I think, oh my gosh, that's so rude. What about the other team? But you know what? It's just funny, the things we do. Just back to, I think, our greatest parenting win as family and as a husband and wife is allowing our children to be who, to be what, to be how, and to be themselves. And I pray that if you were to talk to each one of my kids, which I hope to bring each one at some point in time into this messy but fabulous life for, podcast or whatever we're doing, I hope that they will tell you that, Mom and Dad believed in us, encouraged us, and always allowed us to be who we want to be. I have a funny story where I really learned the lesson was, I think my son Armani was probably, he's probably in 3rd grade, and he went to school. It was freezing out, and he went to school without a jacket and shorts, and we fought that morning. And I was just like, you can't go to school without a jacket and shorts. Your teachers are going to think I'm a horrible mother. And I got to work, and I was so flustered, and this wise man, his name was Kevin O'Donnell, said to me, who cares? Who cares if they go in a jacket, without a jacket and shorts? It's not you, it's them. Let them be, let them do what they want to do. Who cares what the teachers think? And I thought, oh my gosh, I care. I want to be Mother of the Year or whatever. And I thought to myself, I am not Mother of the Year, whether this kid has a jacket or shorts or what. So that was a big lesson for me. I had actually forgotten about it until just now that, you just gotta let them be. I love when I see little kids in the store and they got cowboy boots on and, a ballerina skirt and cowboy boots and a hat. Who cares? Let them be who they want to be. Let them have fun. Let them try new things. Let them learn. Encourage them to show who they really are and help them become who they are. And it's fun. Parenting is the greatest joy of my life. Love you and mean it.